Hello everyone, JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City match analysis. This time we're going to be talking about the Tottenham Hotspur home match at the Etihad Stadium, 2-2. Plenty of talking points, in particular VAR, which I'll be speaking about in just one moment. Don't forget, like always, if you're interested, make sure you subscribe, press that red button, press the bell, put your push notifications on. Make sure also, if you're enjoying the content, you leave a thumbs up so I know that you're enjoying the video, and also leave your thoughts in the comments below. Always interested in what you have to say. And don't forget also, you can go and check out my social media links, which you can find in description below and popping up on screen too, to go and check out my Twitter and Instagram. Yeah, a little bit disappointing this result, but we're going to crack on with it and try and be as unbiased as possible and try and learn some lessons from this game. And trust me, there's a lot to talk about and a lot of lessons here to be learned. So first up, big talking point in terms of the teams for this game. John Stones has a thigh injury. Not sure how serious that's going to be, but fingers crossed it isn't too serious. But if he's out for any numerous amounts of weeks or some games, then expect probably to be seeing Fernandinho at some point featuring at centre-back, because literally we've just got Otamendi and Aymeric Laporte that can play at centre-back at this moment in time. We're looking a little bit light on the defenders, but yeah, hence we saw Nicholas Otamendi starting this game. Didn't have much of a problem with that. He's good aerially. Thought Tottenham would putting some balls in, trying to work balls over, so yeah, always decent to have Otamendi there, one of our best players aerially, particularly in defensive manoeuvres, so yeah, decent with that. Didn't have a problem with the starting 11 going forward. Bernardo Silva came in for Riyad Mahrez. Really harsh this on Riyad Mahrez. Had a fantastic game coming on and starting obviously in the last game against West Ham away. To lose his place in this game, not sure I agreed with that. I'd preferred to have seen Bernardo Silva. Decent player, like I said, always puts in 8 out of 10 performances. I'd like to have seen him starting centrally in this game. Knew David Silva probably wouldn't be playing in this game. We went with Gundogan instead. I'd have probably personally liked to have seen Bernardo Silva there rather than Gundogan. But yeah, there we go. Pep teams are very difficult to be able to predict. Obviously, we saw Aguero starting ahead of Gabriel Jesus. To me personally, I feel like Gabriel Jesus has looked a little bit sharper, but Aguero did have a good game and scoring a goal in this game too, which I'll speak about in just one moment. For Tottenham, we saw Christian Eriksen, surprise, starting in this game. Now, when you've got a player that's got an uncertain future, with someone as good quality as what Christian Eriksen is, he had to be starting in this game, let's face it. So Lo Celso on the bench for Tottenham. So Ndombele obviously playing in the central midfield. Obviously did so well for Lyon at the Etihad Stadium last season. So no surprise with him starting, as they went with Sanchez and Alderweireld at the back. So no real surprises there from Tottenham, if I'm completely honest. But City putting in a couple of curveballs. Now, into the game itself, first half, decent half to be honest from Manchester City, playing really well, spreading the play about. Kevin De Bruyne hitting first time passes, first time crosses. He was absolutely brilliant, Kevin De Bruyne. He's a different quality to any other midfielder that's currently out there in the world, in my opinion, because I just think he's absolutely fantastic. His vision, particularly for the first goal, a no-look first time ball into the back post. He expects our attackers, and what I was so happy with this goal was the fact that Aguero and Raheem Sterling were both there challenging for the ball to go and put that in the back of the net. They both read and knew the quality of what Kevin De Bruyne was going to do. They both read it. Two fantastic forwards. Raheem Sterling gets a decent header onto the ball, finds the net well, going across Hugo Lloris to score the goal. Absolutely fantastic. A really good goal in terms of play, in terms of build-up. Kevin De Bruyne's ball in, absolutely fantastic, and it just shows just how much quality Manchester City have. And Kevin De Bruyne, obviously a player that we didn't have all that much last season, just shows what he can do and how influential he is in big games just like this. So absolutely fantastic. Disappointing though, just 4 minutes later, we're back on level terms again. 1-1 after City had dominated the opening play. Tottenham come forward, finally deciding to come forward, make things happen. City backing off. Lamela's then encouraged to shoot, gets a shot in, not a load of power, not a load of accuracy, manages to score anyway. Extremely disappointing. Could put the blame onto the defenders not closing him down. To me, all the blame has to be going on to Ederson, unfortunately, for this goal. I think he's an absolutely fantastic goalkeeper, done wonders for Manchester City, but unfortunately for this goal, positioning is just all wrong. He's a good few yards off his line. He's leaning more towards his own left. The fact that Lamela's managed to get a shot away and it's gone into the back of the net is really disappointing. Like I said, it isn't in the corner. It isn't an incredibly accurate shot. It isn't low and hard. There isn't lots of power in the shot. It's one of those, if Ederson was on his line, it'd be a comfortable save. Instead, it goes into the back of the net. Disappointing goal to concede, considering we've been on top, worked hard and got our reward with getting the goal, just for it to be chalked off. So yeah, really disappointing. That's something that Ederson personally will need to improve on. His positioning there is a bit of a concern, particularly with conceding like that. I mean, you saw last week the goalkeeper for West Ham, his positioning for Raheem Sterling's third goal, the hat-trick, the fifth goal that City scored, positioning all wrong, just takes a step in the wrong direction before realising his mistake. And Premier League, by the time you realise your mistake, you're going to get punished. Quality of Spurs, you're going to get punished every day of the week. So disappointing, but as the first half developed, City managed to regain the lead again. That man, Kevin De Bruyne there, ball played lovely down Man City's right. Kevin De Bruyne is there, puts the first time ball in. Sergio Aguero waiting there, onside, just to glaze it in. Fantastic goal for Manchester City, and nice to go into half-time with a 2-1 lead. Now I'm going to speak about Rodri's incident in just one moment, but half-time, deserved lead I felt for Manchester City, working well. Kevin De Bruyne are absolutely excellent. Felt like defensively we're doing alright, keeping Harry Kane quiet, wasn't really having too many touches, wasn't making stuff happen. I am under the illusion, particularly against us, for Spurs' point of view, they'd probably be better going with pace rather than going with Harry Kane. Felt like Spurs were missing Son a lot in this game, so just looking for City just to push that little bit extra, get that killer second goal, two-goal cushion that City are always looking for, and then just look to take Spurs on from there, because when you've got a good quality side like Spurs, yeah, you need to get a two-goal cushion, but most Premier League teams, you need a two-goal cushion. It takes all the anxiety away from all the players. You're able to play a lot more freely, and you're able to bring out the best. And that's like I said, you start scoring 3, 4, 5, is what I said in the West Ham analysis, and it's no different in this game, and City continue to do that. Now, we'll speak about that VAR incident that never went up to VAR with Rodri. So what happened was Lamela in the corner coming in, I think it was on the 11th minute, corner comes in swinger, Rodri's going towards the ball near post, Lamela's all over him, tugging him, pulling him, wrestling him to the ground. He goes down. Every day of the week, in my opinion, stonewall penalty. I've seen people disagree and saying they didn't see how it was a penalty. I've watched it numerous times. Watched it a few times yesterday. I've uploaded this video later on into today on purpose, because I just wanted this to be as unbiased as possible, because it's easy to let emotions get the best of you in big games with big decisions like this. And I'm yet to see how it was not a penalty. It just simply was a stonewall penalty. It's an obvious penalty. Michael Oliver's got a fantastic vision. The referee of the incident decides not to give it. VAR's got numerous angles. They can see it. I don't know how they don't give a penalty. I just don't have a reason why they don't. All I can think of, the officiating, I've criticised it numerous times over the last few seasons. It needs criticising again, because the refereeing standards just, for a top league like the Premier League, just is not good enough. Anyway, into the second half, City come out trying to find the third goal. There it is, coming in, as surprise, surprise. Lucas Moura comes on, the player that Tottenham's relied upon when needing goals. 19 seconds after coming on, later into the second half, corner comes in. There he is, in between, I think it was Zinchenko and Walker. Walker gets up, doesn't get the head onto it. Lucas Moura isn't the tallest of players, manages to put it into the back of the net. Don't really need to make much of a big deal out of this. It's not a near post corner weakness from City. It's just more City's philosophy needs players that are quick, that are good in possession, they've got pace and offer more than just defensive work at the back. The problem you've got with that, the players that we've brought in, these good quality players, they aren't the most physical, tallest of players. Something we haven't addressed again in the summer. That's why I felt like we should have just been going for a centre-back, someone nice and tall and physical, win them headers. Lucas Moura, for example, if we'd signed Harry Maguire, wouldn't have won that header at all. We'd signed Van Dijk a couple of seasons ago, Moura wouldn't have beaten him in the air either. Going up against Kyle Walker, you know, he's tall, but not the tallest of players. Gets a good leap on him, a good header and a good finish. 2-2. Disappointing. City second half hit the bar. Bernardo Silva twisting, turning, gets a little chip shot after Lloris flaps a little bit from a set piece, hits the crossbar. Unlucky. Aguero maybe could have followed it in, possibly, maybe, but big talking point here, huge talking point really, is the Gabriel Jesus non-winner, as it turned out. 92nd minute, ball comes in, Laporte's challenging, misses the ball, goes right through, Jesus controls it, onside, twists, turns, low drilled shot right into the corner, keeper stands no chance, everyone's ecstatic. 3-2, honestly, everyone would be delighted. Now, then VAR comes in, typical against Tottenham Hotspur with Manchester City, saw it in the Champions League, seeing it in the Premier League right now. Ah, man, rules it out. Now, the ball comes in, Laporte's battling with one of the Spurs defenders, the ball comes in, drifts him, hits him on the arm. Because it hits him on the arm, anything under a new ruling that's been brought in by the Premier League, anything that touches the arm that influences in a goal that's happening, is going to be ruled out. So rules are rules. That is the right decision that has been made. Gundogan's tweeted about it. I think a couple of other players have tweeted about it. The rule, to me, it's strange. I'm not sure why it's been brought in. I'm not sure if it's been brought in because of the Spurs Champions League incident, you know, with where Llorente ended up handballing it, the non-handball, and the referee ended up deeming it not a handball. And they brought it in, maybe they thought they was going to get an advantage from it or not, but inconsistencies. The handball weren't given in the Champions League, it was given in the Premier League. We feel hard done by, we're obviously going to feel hard done by, but that's VAR for you. We're going to get decisions going for us, we're going to get decisions going against us. All 19 other Premier League teams, by the way, will have decisions going for them and going against them. A couple of decisions going against us. The handball, not really got too much of an issue. Like I said, it's rules are rules. It's more I have a problem with the rule rather than VAR. The penalty, though, with the VAR and officiating is where my big problem is in this game. So, full-time, 2-2, disappointing draw. VAR is going to dominate, but like I said, it's the penalty incident I'm more upset about. I want inconsistency from VAR. I'm not too sure. I can maybe understand the referee not giving the penalty, not wanting to influence too much on the game, but if that's outside the area every day of the week, not only are you going to be having a free kick given against you, you're more than likely going to be picking up a yellow card too. If a throw-in's given, he throws it, he turns you, and you grab him, and you hug him, and you bring him down, you're going to get booked. Free kick going to be given. All of a sudden into a penalty area and nothing's given. To me, no play of the ball, it's a clear foul, it's wrong, we feel robbed. That, to me, is my opinion on the penalty incident, and it's disappointing. VAR has been brought in to make sure decisions that are made in the game are right. Gary Neville, in his post-match analysis, was saying also he felt like it was a penalty, so just overall just disappointing, really. So I'll just check the stats for you quickly here. This doesn't make good reading if you're a City fan, trust me. 56% possession to 44. Okay, that's decent. Tottenham are a good side, good in possession. Just check this. 30 shots for City, 10 on target. 2 goals. Little bit disappointing. I do understand the point of view. You put your chances away, we win this game, and that is something that City do need to work on. You're creating 10 good opportunities, getting 10 shots on target. You need to be putting them chances away. Realistically, we should be looking at not 2 goals, we should be looking at 4 or 5 goals, getting 10 good shots. We've got good quality attacking players, should be scoring goals. I mean, just look how clinical Spurs are. 3 shots, 2 on target, 2 goals. That's disappointing. These are the problems we've had in the last couple of seasons where the goalkeeper hasn't had a lot to do. Ederson, fantastic last week, didn't have a lot to do against West Ham. Important moments, kept it out. Ended up Manchester City running away with the game. In this game, Ederson getting his positioning wrong, just not having enough physicality in the penalty area to win things like corners. I've had my concerns with corners as of last season. It hasn't been addressed, so that is something that City are going to have to deal with rather than pointing fingers at VAR, in my opinion. I mean, 12 block shots to Tottenham's none. They've been outplayed. 607 passes, 91% pass completion rate from City, 501 from Spurs passes, 84% pass completion rate. Decent. City having so many touches in the attacking third, 218 touches compared with Tottenham's 41. Tottenham's successful attacking third, pass completion at less than 50%, whereas City were working at 83%. 22 key passes compared with Spurs 3. No clear-cut opportunities created by Spurs, whereas City creating 3. Putting more balls into the box. Tottenham putting 5 and City putting 31. They've been outplayed. 13 corners to 2 for City. I suspect the defensive stats are going to be more dominated by Spurs. So Spurs making more tackles, City having more interceptions, Spurs obviously having more blocks, more clearances, more headed clearances. An aerial duel, City a little bit more dominating, and Lloris having to keep out the shots 8 times, making 8 saves. So, yeah. So, quick and summary here. Spurs really battled hard, showed a lot of fighting spirit. they're not Champions League finalists for no reason. They've got a lot of quality there. I'm confident to say that I reckon Tottenham will probably be finishing somewhere in and around the top 4 again this season. Will they be challenging for the title? It's too early to tell. I mean, I can't sit here and say City and Liverpool will be challenging for the title. I expect them to. Whether I think that they will or not, the time will tell. There's a lot of lessons here to be learned. Spurs have got some improvements to make, having just 3 shots, 2 on target. It's a kind of smash and grab. They'll be delighted with that, but I'm sure they'll be looking to be a little bit more creative, because on another day, City could easily have put 5 chances away, and Tottenham could have been really put under the sword here, and they could really have struggled, and there's been a lot of criticism. So it hasn't happened, but the warning signs are there from this game, so they'll be looking for that going forward. For City, disappointing. Winnable game here. Early points dropped in the season. It's not something that we're not used to. Last season, disappointed against Wolves, remember, away, finishing 1-1. The game I felt that we probably could have won had we had VAR in the game. So yeah, there we go, VAR for you. It's going to always turn opinions, but we dropped points season before that. We dropped points at home against Everton. City always, Pep has said, it's pre-season for Man City. These first few games going into August, they're always the most difficult. We've dropped points early on, so we're all putting ourselves under pressure. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. We start dropping points, then there's going to be a lot of concern there, but it's a good time now that City, over the last couple of seasons, have really battled hard to win their points back. We've got a difficult away match against Bournemouth, let's not forget. It was difficult last season. Riyad Mahrez obviously winning it for Manchester City, and the season before it took a Raheem Sterling 96th minute or something like that winner. So a really difficult game where City are going to need to really battle on here to get the points and really go through. So there's lessons to be learned here. City need to go forward. Not pointing the fingers here at VAR, but I am disappointed at the officiating and who's in charge of VAR. But Premier League officials, they're not very good. But honestly, that's me being nice. They aren't very good, and it's something that does really need addressing, the standard of officiating in the Premier League and in England. Terms for my man of the match, the JSGC man of the match. Can't give it to anyone else but other than Kevin De Bruyne. I thought it was fantastic in this game. We're unlucky to have not won this game. I'm really disappointed, but it's going to be very important now on how we respond. I'm confident. We've done it over the last couple of seasons. We can do it again. So there we go. That's been the video. Would love to know your thoughts in the comments below. In particular, that Laporte handball leading up to the Gabriel Jesus non-goal for the 3-2 non-win that we didn't get. And also would love to know your thoughts on that Rodri tackle from Lamela in the penalty area. Do you think it was a penalty? Love to know your thoughts. Let me know them in the comments below. Sorry the video's a little bit long, but there is a lot to talk about. When there's big talking points, there's always lots to talk about. I am interested in doing more of a further discussion into VAR and my opinions and how it can improve. If that's a video you'd like to see, please just let me know in the comments below, and I will do that video for you. I've got some free dates coming up, so I'll be able to do that video if that's what you want to see. Make sure, if you enjoyed the video, you leave a thumbs up so I know you enjoyed the video. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe if you're new around here. Press that red button, press the bell, put your push notifications on. Aiming for 5,000 subscribers. We're 200 away. Make sure you press that subscribe button. Help support my channel. Go and check out my social media links if you so wish. Twitter and Instagram in description below and popping up on screen. And I'll see you all again for the next video. So it's been JSGC. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace. Ciao for now.